What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Rue's Reviews, and today we are chatting about the Greek Peak Wallet by Tony Antoniou. So let's get into this. Yes, welcome back to the channel. Hello, my name is Rue. If you've never been here before, I'm a magician. I do weird things for a living, including this review channel. I know it's been a hot minute since I've said anything like that. I do apologise. I've been away for a little bit from doing magic reviews. No particular reason. I just have other things going on in life at the moment. And I do miss reviews. And in all honesty, you guys know what I do on this channel. I'm very particular about what goes on, and if I don't see anything that takes my fancy, I might not review anything for a good couple of months, which is the case in this video. But we are back with a brand new review. And in this review, we are chatting about this, the Greek Peak Wallet from Tony Antoniou and Vanishing Ink, you can see on the back there. So what is the Greek Peak Wallet? Well, the Greek Peak Wallet looks like this. This is what you are going to receive in the mail. Obviously not exactly like this. This has got some of my own money in it, some of my own billets in it, and indeed one of my own credit cards in it. But this is what you're going to essentially receive with your purchase. This little device here will allow you to seemingly know information that you could never have known otherwise. This joins the line of many minimalist style peak wallets that I have reviewed here on the channel, as well as some other types of bifold and trifold type peak wallets as well. But minimalist style peak wallets, I think, really deserve some airtime, especially when they're as good as this. Some of you guys might have seen my review for the Razor wallet or the Shadow wallet by the brilliant 1914, and if you haven't seen that, I'll put that somewhere up here in the corner. Also the Orphic wallet, which is like a minimalist style billfold, well, not billfold wallet, but bifold wallet from Louis Laval as well. Again, very cool, slim, minimalist style wallets, but the Razor wallet is probably the closest thing to this kind of wallet that I've seen in a long time. So if you have the Razor wallet and are a fan of it, you should definitely look into this. So who is Tony Antoniou? Well, if you haven't heard of Tony, then fair enough. He's not a massively well-known magician. He has produced a couple of things for markets, but Tony is someone that came into my sort of research as I was looking for cool, unique props within magic. I've met Tony a couple of times. I met him once at the Magic Circle. I met him once again at Blackpool this year. Lovely guy. He is just open, bubbly, just wants to show his creativity, and he does this through his use of leatherwork. He's an amazing leather maker. In fact, he's probably one of the best leather workers within magic currently. He just knows what the magic community wants. He takes the idea, he takes the knowledge of what's out there, whether that be for mentalists, magicians, whatever that may be. It doesn't even have to be within that sphere, but he takes these ideas and just makes them a reality. He makes useful leather-made props for working pros and hobbyists alike. And I remember at the Magic Circle a little while back, he was telling me about this wallet. He was telling me about the prototypes he was making for it. And so I knew as soon as it came out, I had to pick it up. I had to see what it's about. And I know what you're thinking. Do I really need another Peak wallet? Well, this functions in such a way that because of its simplicity, this will end up being my EDC. In fact, it is my EDC. I'm carrying it around now. It's getting battered and bruised in my pocket. I think it's been made with vegetable leather or something like that. I think it's vegetable leather. Do correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, which means it will age beautifully. It feels really soft already, so I know that just by using it, it's going to get even better with time. The actual thought process that's gone behind this wallet is really clever. The little details that Tony's put in to make this really functionable for the real world performer is brilliant, and I'll go into this in a little bit. And the reason why I love this wallet and why I'm currently using this wallet is because there's no extra things built within this wallet that are going to hook it up or have to make me do an extra movement. There's no magnets holding anything in place. It's just purely built with good quality leather, and all the workings of the wallet are all fully within my control because I know how to handle it and I know how to handle the mechanics and the working of it. However, because there aren't any of those extra things, you do have to kind of choreograph your movements a little bit easier, which is fine, okay? You should know how to choreograph your movements as a performer, but that's just one thing to be aware about when using this wallet. It's not as, I wouldn't say examinable, no Peak wallets are examinable really, but it's not something you want to be handing out as freely as you can with, some other wallets, like the Razer wallet, for example. You can, of course, put this into someone's hand very, very easily. It's what I do all the time, get them to sandwich it in between their hands, concentrate on their thought, and you're able to read their mind and tell them what it is. But it is just one thing to be aware of when using this wallet. There are many, many ways to get your peak using this. In fact, Tony goes through 6 in the tutorial. I'll go through the tutorial in a little bit. There are 6 just in the tutorial alone. In the Facebook group, I've added another 5 in the Facebook group, and people are adding more things every day, so go check out the Facebook group if you pick this up. But one little detail that's really, really cool is this money clip. Just a little money clip on the back here. This gives you all the justification you need to get your peak. All you do is you take the money out. I'll show you this here. Take your money out. In this case, I've written something on the back here, and I get my peak in that moment, and I come back and I put this back in, and I've gained my peak. This clip can actually be used for other things. In fact, Tony goes into different ways of using this clip. He uses it for a wonderful emotion color match sort of routine where Rubik's Cube colors are sort of matched to emotions, and there's a billet. He just holds a little billet in between there as well. So a little folded up billet that he just hands as a little prediction for later on in the effect. That's really, really cool. That comes included, by the way. The PDF for this color emotion routine comes included in the tutorial. Props like this are really why I started this channel. The idea of something so simple that can inspire you. You know, there are 6 peaks taught in the download. I've added another 5 just because when I got this in my hands, my mind went crazy with ideas and I just had to upload them somewhere. So this is why I love things like this. I love carrying this around. I practice this in the mirror, like almost daily at the moment. I'm always thinking of new ways to use this. I've used it at 2 events without fail. It is just flawless. The multiple peaks allowing you to get your peak in any situation is just perfect. You want a wallet that's going to be versatile. If you can only do the peak one way with the wallet, it's not really going to be helpful for you because there's going to be many, many situations you're going to be in. So I'd say that's one thing to look out for. If you're looking for any peak wallet in general, figure out how you're going to get that peak. If the only way you can get that peak is by putting it into your jacket pocket, it might not be the best peak wallet, you know? This is a peak wallet that does peaking well. It's not an index wallet as well. It's not a card to wallet as well. It is a peak wallet. Okay, let's just quickly touch on the packaging. This is the packaging you get from Vanishing Ink. Of course, lovely, lovely gold embossed. I'm guessing Greek peak wallet is a nod to Tony's heritage, just based on his last name. I mean, don't quote me there, Tony. But Greek peak wallet, I mean, it makes perfect sense if so. And again, this nice gold, like bronzed foil lettering on the back there. Inside, you get your, I'm going to cover that up, the instructions at the top, and the wallet just sits in that little container there. But with everything Vanishing does, well packaged, well made. The tutorial itself is 34 minutes long. It is just Tony in the studio at Vanishing Ink. Sometimes he'll have another person opposite him to perform, but it's super simple. You really don't need like an 8-hour-long tutorial. Apparently, I was chatting to Tony and it took 6 hours to film this 34-minute tutorial, which is generally the case when you have so many ideas and so much going on. And I'm sure he could have added a whole other thing, which is probably why he started the Facebook group, because he had another space to put all these ideas. But just having that simplicity of knowing that I can watch everything in 34 minutes, I don't have to trawl through 9 hours worth of material. I don't have to, you know, keep pausing and rewinding because everything is broken down, everything's split into sections. So let me just run through these sections now just to show you what you get. Along with the introduction and setting up the wallet and what you get with it, there are 6 peaks. So turnover peak, table peak, gesture peak, money clip peak, pinch peak, and pocket peak. So they're all the peaks that you get included. You then get 6 routines. You get a number reveal routine, which is a basic number reveal using the wallet. You also get a name reveal, color emotion, which is that routine that I explained with the Rubik's Cube being tied, the Rubik's Cube colors being tied to an emotion. Short-term memory, which is a lovely routine by Christian Grace. He actually does, it's using magazines, it's almost like a book test, but it's, yeah, beautiful, beautiful things. Angelo Carbone has a reverse peak, which is a way of being able to input a letter or a number or a word into the wallet. So you're not actually getting a peak from a wallet, you're loading information into the wallet in a secret way. So because of the simplicity of this wallet, there's no sort of fiddly parts with it. You're able to input information as well as gain information, which is kind of cool and something that is explored in this one little routine, in this one little sort of part of the tutorial. But I think people will run with it and people will have more ideas using this principle. I think it's very, very cool. Along with the alphabet peak, where Tony uses an alphabet card slotted into this little money clip as well, along with some handling tips at the end. This just makes for a very rounded tutorial, super easy to digest, very easy to learn, and Tony is a brilliant teacher as he's going through all of these things. I should also point out that within this wallet you do get a gimmick. So that gimmick you can see right in front of you. That's how good the gimmick is. But the gimmick is very, very realistic. Now, if you have the Razor wallet, the gimmick that's included in this is also very similar to one that's included in the Razor wallet, which I loved. The one thing that I noticed on the Razor wallet gimmick was that the imaging on it, or the printing on that specific gimmick, sort of wore off over time because I use that wallet a lot. I haven't tested this wallet long enough to know how this gimmick will last, the longevity of it, but hopefully the actual printing quality on this gimmick lasts for a long time, and if not, maybe you might be able to get replacements from Vanishing Ink or from Tony himself. And that's it, guys. There's really not much more for me to say other than on this channel, we have a monopoly of reviewing cool, minimalist style peak wallets and wallets in general. And this is up there for me. The fact that I've put it straight into rotation as my EDC shows that, one, I'm using this and I'm enjoying this. The fact that there's no sneaky things I have to think about to do extra with this wallet. I don't have to worry about getting my peak. I know I'm going to get my peak when I need to. The actual construction of this wallet, even feeling it now, is just getting softer by the day. It's really molding to my chest pocket where I sometimes keep it, and my jeans pocket when I sometimes keep it in my pocket down here. But it is just beautifully made. You can even see the first thing that I noticed when I took this wallet out was these corners here. You can see these corners. You can see how thick they are. That is just, to me, that screams quality. Whilst Tony isn't hand making these all himself, he sold the rights to Vanishing Ink and they were able to make these to Tony's spec. He was along for every step of the ride, from choosing the quality of the material to the finished product itself. Amazing job. A great collaboration between Vanishing Ink and Tony Antoniou. Get yourself the Greek Peak wallet today. Links are below. Go check out Tony's other work at The Mind Hacker. I will leave his website below as well. And I promise I won't leave it so long next time. I will see you guys very, very soon. Ciao.